In this video, let's take a look at practicing radians and drawing them on a coordinate plane because radians force you to use fractions, and oftentimes that stresses people out. So let's take a look at what this actually means. So this means pi divided into 6 equal parts. So if you remember, okay, this is 0 radians, this is pi radians, okay? And so you're taking this whole angle here and dividing it into 6 equal parts. That's a pi over 6 radian, okay? So you're just taking it into sixths. So you're going to see angles like 1 pi over 6. You really won't see 2 pi over 6 because that's going to simplify to pi over 3. So you'll see it as pi over 3, not 2 pi over 6. Same with 3 pi over 6 is going to simplify. That's going to simplify to pi over 2. 4 pi over 6 will simplify to 2 pi over 3. Okay, and then your next one would be 5 pi over 6, okay, which doesn't simplify. So you'll see it written like this, okay, but you really won't see these other ones because there'll be other angles. Okay, so this pi over 2 angle right here, because that's half of pi, right? So half of pi is right here in the middle at pi over 2. That's the same as 3 pi over 6. So when we're taking a look at this, we've got, okay, pi over 3 here, or sorry, pi over 6. Okay, so we've got the pi over 6. This would be pi over 6. This would be 2 pi over 6. 3 pi over 6. 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6. Okay, so again, these other ones, we're not really going to see those because they're going to be as pi over 3s or pi over 2s, what they simplify to. Okay, so when you see a pi over 6 angle, okay, it's going to be like this. Okay, pi over 6, this one is 5 pi over 6 because it's a pi over 6 before pi. Okay, remember in sixths, pi is 6 pi over 6. Okay, so when you're 1 pi over 6 before it, you're at 5 pi over 6. Or if you're 1 pi over 6 after it, okay, then that would be 7 pi over 6. Then all the way around over here would be 2 pi. Okay, 2 pi in sixths. If you want the base to be a 6, then that would be 12 pi over 6 because 12 divided by 6 is 2. So 1 pi over 6 before you get all the way around to 12 pi, that would be 11 pi over 6. Okay, so these are kind of all of your pi over 6 reference angles that you'll see. Okay, pi over 6 in the first quadrant, 5 pi over 6 in the second because that's 1 pi over 6 before pi. 1 pi over 6 after pi is 7 pi over 6. And then 1 pi over 6 before 2 pi is 11 pi over 6. Again, because 2 pi is the same as 12 pi over 6. Okay, so that's all of your kind of pi over 6 reference angles on the coordinate system. So let's take a look at these pi over 3s. So pi over 3, okay, again, I would look at this as 0 always. And then this is pi, which is the same as 3 pi over 3. Then remember, this is 2 pi, okay, but I would be looking at this with a 3 on the bottom, which is going to be 6 pi over 3, because 6 divided by 3 is 2 pi. Just a better way to write it when you're talking fractions. Okay, so pi over 3 angles are going to look like this, okay, because you're going to split this pi into thirds. Well, those are going to be bigger pieces. Okay, so there's 1/3, there's 2/3, there's 3/3. So this is pi over 3 here, 0 pi over 3, 1 pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 3. Okay, these three are exactly the same size angles, pi over 3 all the way around there. Okay, then if you went 1 pi over 3 further into the third quadrant, 3 pi over 3, the next pi over 3 angle would be 4 pi over 3. Okay, so again, this little reference angle in here is pi over 3. Well, really kind of a big reference angle is pi over 3 in each of these. Okay, then the pi over 3 angle in the fourth quadrant, again, 1 pi over 3 before 2 pi would be 5 pi over 3. Okay, it's 1 pi over 3 back from 6 pi over 3. Pi over 4 angles, okay, so pi over 4, we've got 0 here obviously again, and then pi, I would be looking at this as 4 pi over 4, okay, which then again this would be 2 pi or 8 pi over 4 to have the same denominator. So when you do a pi over 4 reference angle, you're splitting this into 4 pieces, okay, 4 equal angles. This is the same as a 45-degree angle. Okay, so you've got pi over 4, 2 pi over 4. Okay, so if you had 2 pi over 4, that simplifies to pi over 2. Okay, and then you've got another pi over 4 here. That's 3 pi over 4. 4 pi over 4. So this one is going to be 5 pi over 4. 6 pi over 4, which is 3 pi over 2. Okay, so we generally write it like that. Another pi over 4 this way. Okay, so 5 pi over 4, 6 pi over 4. This is 7 pi over 4, which is 1 pi over 4 before you get all the way to 8 pi over 4. Okay, so all of these are pi over 4 reference angles just in the different quadrants. Okay, so when you're trying to figure out where an angle goes, so if I said to draw, if I asked you where an angle was, so if I was asking you to do 7 pi over 6, okay, the first thing I think about is this is 0, this is pi, so I would write this as 7 pi over 7, or sorry, 6 pi over 6. It's also 7 pi over 7, but that's not helpful since this denominator is sixths. Okay, so 6 pi over 6 I would think of this as, because then I'm at 7 pi over 6, which is 1 more, so it's 1 past that. Okay, so here's 7 pi over 6 is all the way here when you're drawing it. Okay, or if I needed to draw 5 pi over 3. Okay, so then I would be thinking of this as 0. Okay, this as 3 pi over 3. And then this right here as 6 pi over 3. Because remember, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So 5 pi over 3 would be 1 pi over 3 before that. Okay, and pi over 3 is the bigger angle. So like I like to draw it bigger. It's like a 60-degree angle. Okay, so then this would be 5 pi over 3. 3 pi over 3, there'd be a 4 pi over 3 here. This one, 5 pi over 3. And then this reference angle right here, which you're going to learn about, maybe you've already watched the video, so you already do know about it. This one would be pi over 3. So 5 pi over 3 and another pi over 3 would get you to that 6 pi over 3.